Good evening and Snarlock, and welcome to BFA's On The Ball show, where we talk about everything BFA football. Particularly, we've got this week quarter-final action from Wanstead. But before we talk about that, let's start with youth football. And as usual, we do have some action for you from the East London and Essex Junior League, where our under-13s played Asianos in the local derby today. So we'll be looking at that and talking more in detail with the boys to my left. So I'm going to start with them guys. Wires, welcome.
Hi.
You alright?
Yeah.
Good. Omar and Fahim.
Salam.
Walaikum salam. And as usual, to talk more about Sporting Bengal Academy, our director of football, I guess is what you can call him, the man who looks after all the sessions and make sure the kids are getting coached according to the strategy and the plans that are all written down. So we can talk a bit more in depth for a change with Sana to my left. Assalamualaikum, Sana, are you okay?
Assalamualaikum.
Good. All right. So, guys, I'm going to come straight to you fellas. Wires, young man, you're new to the show, to a lot of the viewers.
Yeah.
But you've been with Sporting Bengal from the start, haven't you?
Yeah.
And again, I know I've already said, but what year group are you? Year 8s, right?
Yeah, we're under 13s.
You're under 13s. How long have you been with Sporting Bengal now?
I think about almost 2 years.
2 years? Last season was your first season?
Yeah.
So just those people that haven't, don't know much about you, you play, what positions do you play?
I play holding midfielder, attacking midfielder, and also right wing.
Right wing, okay. And Omar, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah.
Good. Omar, what position do you play?
I play strike, right wing, centre mid, centre defence mid, right back, centre back. Yeah.
Everywhere. One-man team is
and
Omar.
sometimes goalkeeper.
And sometimes goalkeeper. And Fahim, you've been on the show before. You are a flying winger, but this season you've been playing a bit more up front, haven't you? What's this new role?
Striker.
Okay. And who's your strike partner up top?
Behind me is Zubair.
Zubair. Okay. And tell us a bit about how you're getting on this season. Omar, how are you getting on?
For Sporting Bengal.
Yep.
For Sporting Bengal, we're third. We won today 5-3. We were losing 3-1 at half time. Came back 5-3 second half.
Okay. Wires, tell us about today's game. It's a local derby. Asianos are from in and around the area. We've played them last season. We didn't do too well against them last year. So what were you hoping to achieve this season going into today's game?
This season we're looking to get a bit of revenge because last season we lost twice, like the both matches. So this season we wanted to win against them.
Okay. So fine. Last season was our first proper season in the Ellie League. How do you think we've progressed?
We were in the Blue League, and that was lower. That was a lower league. It was harder because Asianos were a good team. They finished first, but now we've improved a lot. We've got new players, and we're on top of Asianos now. Asianos are 8th, and we're 3rd.
Okay. Sana, coming to you. Obviously, Sporting Bengal, we talk about it most weeks, but you being the coach that you are and looking after the coaching setup, tell us a bit about what you're doing and what your new role is at Sporting Bengal.
My role is to make sure all the coaches are following certain syllabus. Our aim is to make the actual young people in the academy best they can be. That's to do with their technical ability, the way they play the football. Our philosophy is more to do with the keeping possession, so on the ground football rather than physical and up and above. I believe one thing due to our size, the other thing due to our technical ability. I think that's the positive side that we can work on. I think the young players in there would benefit from that kind of syllabus that we work on.
Okay. Boys, are you seeing that in your training sessions on Thursdays?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you think your game individually has Wires, your game in particular? For those that don't know, Wires got last year Sporting Bengal's under 13s Player of the Year. You had a brilliant year. It's your first season with the Sporting setup. But with regards to you in terms of your own development, do you think the Sporting Academy has helped you?
Yeah.
In what way?
I think it's helped my technical game. And now for example, I now look up more. I don't just dribble. I just pass a lot more. Play with the team more.
Okay. Omar, what about yourself? I know you're playing in every position possible, but how has it improved your game, if possible?
My fitness has gone up. My vision and shooting ability has improved a lot.
Yeah, because we sent Omar to Specsavers. Didn't we, Omar? Fine, what about you?
Last season I didn't like
Yeah.
passing a lot. I didn't get along with teammates, but now I'm getting along and passing more, and my vision has improved, and I think that my shooting has improved as well.
Okay. All right, they're seeing the development in themselves, but with regards to where you were obviously involved from when initially it started. Are you seeing the fruits of everybody's labour within the Sporting Bengal Academy setup?
Definitely. As Omar just said, he plays in various positions, and one of the ideas that the young children should have, or what the English football want, is when they're at a really young age, they should be actually playing different position, so they learn about different types of position. So when they are not in that position, they would understand whoever the player is there, what kind of positive or negative situation that person can be in, and they would be able to benefit by knowing that in the first place. So if they know it's harder to do certain things and not to expect certain passes there, because they've been already in that position, they wouldn't play certain pass. So it benefits all around. I think that's one of the important things, not to pin down young people into one position straight away. Let them play in different positions, let them learn the game and be best as they can be.
Okay. We talked a bit about today's game. Sporting Bengal under-13s took on Asianos. We have some highlights. Again, like I have said to a lot of the teams out there, if you want to do your own recordings on your iPhone 5s and on your iPads or whatever, we do have our own designated cameraman. And I just want to say a big thank you to that gentleman. It's Zaidan's dad, who's one of the players, our right backs at Sporting Bengal. Shalim Bhai, thank you very much. Big shout out to you. The boys love it. They love to watch their goals. I send them on WhatsApp. They're always asking me for their goals. So YS got a stunning goal today. I'm going to mention that because unfortunately it was that quick. It was a bullet. He missed it. So we did manage to catch the other 4 goals. So we're going to look at some highlights from today's game. It's only a couple of minutes long. When we come back, we'll talk in a bit more detail about Sporting Bengal under 13s and a bit more about the 8s, the 9s and the 11s who also played today. So enjoy the highlights and we'll see you in 2 minutes. Right, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, it was very short, but like I said, we do try our best to get as many clips in as possible. So boys, Wires, I know we didn't get your goal today, but tell us a bit more about the game today, because it was the games are becoming tougher, aren't they? They're becoming very physical. You guys are a bit more of a footballing side. You're technical. You're a technical team. You like passing the ball. Individually, you're all very good on the ball. But how are you finding winter's coming? The pitch is getting really heavy, muddy. You're having to grind out games and get involved in a bit of a physical game these days. Is that something that you expected? How is the change? What do you think?
I don't think we expected like really. I don't think we expected a physical game as much as it was today, but it was. So we really had to get our physical side on and keep playing until we got our goals.
But do you think that's helping you as individuals? Do you think it's something extra to add to your game, isn't it? Because it's one thing we do lack. So them kind of games can only make us or you guys better, can't it? Omar, yourself, you are one of the few players in the team that don't mind making a tackle.
Yeah.
But today's game in particular, what did you think?
It was very rough and physical.
Yeah.
Like every tackle was crucial.
All right. But what were you thinking? 3-1 down at half time. What were your thoughts going into the second half?
I thought we were going to lose, but then once we scored the second goal, I was like, the comeback's on.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, telling everyone, like, come on, boys, we got this.
Mm.
And then when we scored the third, then we're like, yes.
Fine. Yourself, obviously, you were involved quite heavily today in today's game, a couple of incidents. But yourself, obviously, being one of the smaller guys on the pitch, how are you handling playing against bigger guys?
As I said, I didn't expect it to be as physical as it was going to be, but because it was, as you said, we had to get our physical side on, and even me, I was trying to be as physical as I can, because there was a lot of big players there, but that didn't bother me.
Okay, well that's good. So now I come back to yourself with regards to the under 8s, the 9s, the 11s. Are they developing at the right kind of pace?
Well, we're hoping they are, because they're getting training week in, week out now. So there is changes, especially the under 8s. As Manika said, going to the games, the type of game they're playing is very good. So we're hoping that all around, all age group do have that mentality of keeping possession and playing the football as it should be played. And I think it may be physical for certain games, but realistically what we want these guys to have in their locker all the time is the technical ability to hold the ball in any position, because physicality, when they are a certain age, it will come up anyway. They can become physical, and that's not hard to get. So the hardness is the actual technical ability and the habit of able to hold the ball. That's the most important thing. I think rest of the side, physical side, can be added to the game any time really.
Okay. For those of you that are interested, although results at this age really shouldn't be the be-all and end-all, like Sanabai said, it's about the technical ability, it's about growing as individuals, making the kids play football in the right fashion. The under 8s won, the under 9s, again, great result today. I think they won 3-2, and the under 11s won 5-3 as well. So all 4 of the Sporting Bengal Academy boys, the teams, having a great day. So well done to all the coaches, Nathan, David, Manik, and long may it continue. But like I say, hopefully we're playing in the right way. I know every week I'm hearing good reports from all the coaches, and the progress is going in the right direction, and that's where we want to be. So that's Sporting Bengal wrapped up. I want to now move on to Tower Hamlets Youth League. By coincidence, the 3 boys to my left also represent FC Osmani, who play in the Tower Hamlets under 14s league. So Wise, tell us a bit about FC Osmani. You're under 13s playing in under 14s league.
Yeah.
How does that happen and why?
So we're all a year younger than the actual for the actual group, but we're still doing well. We're unbeaten in the league. We're top. So I think that's a thing. I think that's really good for our team. We're all younger, but we still prove to other teams that are like physical and more bigger than us. We can do better, and we're like showing that now. Okay.
Omar, yourself, with FC Osmani being like an under 13 team playing in the under 14s league, what's the difference between you and the other teams? Most teams that we play every week are a lot bigger than us physically, but what's the difference between us and them?
For us, like, we pass the ball more, and we look for gaps through the defence and play it through. For the other teams, they just like hoofing the ball up and like relying on one player to take on our whole team. But we don't let that happen.
Okay, we've got our first call of the evening. Maybe it's for one of the boys on my left. Good evening, assalamu alaikum, welcome to BFA's On The Ball. What would you like to say?
Hello.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
It's Adil.
Adil, assalamu alaikum, how are you doing? You alright?
Yeah.
Go on, what would you like to say? The boys are listening. Well done today, great free kick.
Okay, I just wanted to say well done to the boys for winning today after it was a tough game and we were losing 2-1 in the first half.
Okay.
And we showed good spirit in the second half to come back.
Good stuff. And what about your own goal? Tell us a bit about your free kick today.
Well, Firstly, you wanted Raul to take it, and I told you I wanted to take it.
That's it.
And I scored.
You took command. Yeah, go on, tell us a bit more.
And then, well, when I scored, it was 4-3. Then after that, it was 5-3. And we just kept on defending, and they had no chance of beating us after that.
Yeah, okay. Well done. And what about Wires? Give him a big up for that goal?
Well done on that goal.
Yeah, good stuff. Whose goal was better, yours or his?
Mine.
Yeah. All right, yours was a bit more crucial. We'll give you that one, Adil. Well done, and thank you for the call. Right. Oh, we got another call. All right, okay. Assalamu alaikum, welcome to BFA's On The Ball show. Who do we have on the line, and what's your question?
Assalamu alaikum, brother. My name's Mohammed, and I'm ringing from Birmingham.
Yep, wa alaikum salam. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, brother. Fantastic show. Just want to really ring and make a few points, if I may, please.
Of course, go for it.
I run my own futsal team, and mashallah, I have two Bengali sons playing.
Yeah.
I have clubs and professional academies after my boys all the time. Now, the reason why I play with them, and I play futsal and Sunday league, I've predominantly kept them into Sunday football, is to develop them. Now, I used to, myself, when I used to play in all Bengali leagues, but I felt in my own playing career, it kind of didn't really broaden my horizons until I went and played in mixed leagues. Mm-hmm. And what I've done with my own son and my own children is basically I'm developing them through making better decisions on the ball. Having the confidence to be able to express themselves, make better decisions. Now, fundamentally, most of our Asian kids play in Asian leagues. And my viewpoint is quite clear, is that they need to play in mixed leagues, need to play with the best players. They need to really test themselves. They need to have the confidence to believe in their abilities, have a great technical base, so not only know when to attack, when to defend, read the game, great scanning, making quicker decisions. It's one of the primary reasons why I set up my own futsal team, was to help develop and coach the kids. Now, mashallah, you have some boys there in the studio. What I would say to them is really believe in yourself. Seriously, believe in your technical abilities. Have the courage to try things and not be worried about making mistakes. Because fundamentally, as Bengalis, I've travelled the UK with my boys, playing in academies, playing all over the place. And what I realised was there's hardly any Bengali boys that I see at the under 8s, under 9s level. I don't know how many are. I've been to Tottenham, Man United, Man City, and we're struggling to see them. And I just want people to know that, have fun, but really express yourself. Really, really express yourself. Because you know what? It's a passionate sport, but it's also a fun sport.
Of course it is. Great call, Mohammed. Anything else you'd like to say?
It's a fantastic show. I think you're doing a tremendous job. I think the more that we can sort of make people play the game and fall in love with the game, and play with freedom and passion, brother, that'd be fantastic. Yeah,
Mohammed, just for your information, the sporting setup, the Sporting Bengal boys to my left here, they all play in a mixed league. It's the East London and Essex League, which is it's a very good standard. The ability levels are quite well. The top 4 in most of the leagues are very good. Where you have regular scouts coming to view the boys, and 2 of the boys sat to my left here actually been part of one of them has been, we played against MK Dons, and Fahim to my left, they're very keen to take Fahim to MK Dons, but at the same time he's been involved with the QPR Development Centre. So we're opening the doors, and Wires himself, a very talented player. They play at a very good level. You're talking about technical ability, exactly what Sanaba is talking about. The ethos within Sporting Bengal setup and the academy is exactly that, making boys comfortable on the ball, giving them technical abilities, giving them the ability to see the pitch, not just the small pitch, the small picture, but the bigger picture, opening things up and opening the vision, exactly what Omar talked about. And the difference between these boys and this team in particular, and also our 8s, 9s and our 11s, is the fact that they're playing football. Like I said, the emphasis being on football and keeping the ball on the floor and increasing and allowing them to play football, and the result doesn't matter with us. And hopefully with time you will start seeing it, and I'm sure that's happening across the country, where we're seeing more and more kids going to academies, more and more kids going to development centres. It's only a matter of time before we start. I think in the next 5 to 10 years we will start seeing, inshallah, more players coming through. But great call. Keep on doing your great work down in Birmingham with the futsal. I think futsal, for those that don't know, is a great platform for those kids that are not quite there and to improve their technical abilities. Right, we've not got much time. Sanabhai, just if you want to add to anything that Mohammed said.
No, fantastic. I'm really glad that someone from Birmingham has actually called and realised that what is really necessary is the young people to enjoy themselves first and foremost, and develop themselves to the best of their ability, and the rest hopefully will come on itself. So thanks again, Mohammed. It's fantastic.
Okay, boys, we're nearly out of time. Anything you Fahim? I know you got a message for one of the players. He's Zaidan, our main man. He's going to be going away, and then his dad. But his dad's still here to do the filming, so that's good. So you know, a message for Zaidan. Where's he going for a start?
He's going Bangladesh this Tuesday.
Look at that camera.
He's going Bangladesh this Tuesday. He's going for a month. He's a key player leaving, but hopefully we still can do good without him. But he's still a crucial player to us.
Brilliant. All right, Zaidan, if you're watching, have a great trip, have a safe trip, and hopefully we'll see you when you get back in the new year. So Wires, Omar, Fahim, I'm sure we'll see you guys on the show sometime again in the future. Well done. Keep on doing what you're doing. Tower Hamlets Youth League, again, you're top of the table, I understand, with the under 14, so keep doing what you're doing. And who have you got this weekend? Mohammedan, yeah. So another big game. I think we've finished the first half on a high. Let's continue that, and let's see if we can win this league. So well done. Thank you, guys. Sanaba, you're going to stay on. I think we're going to talk a bit more about the CFL Cup action that took place down at Wanstead today, and we'll have some new guests on the show. Right, guys, we're out of time for the first segment. Thank you to our guests on the left from Sporting Bengal under 13s and FC Usmani under 14s. We'll hear a lot more from these boys, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. So for this segment, thank you for watching, and please join us in the second segment. We'll be talking about CFL quarterfinal action, and are FC Bengal going to get knocked out? We'll find out, because they had a very, very close call today down at Wanstead with Ace. So go and enjoy the break, and we'll see you in 2 minutes. Assalamu alaikum.